Mental health over the holidays. It's a struggle a lot of people don't talk about this time of year, but experts say now is the time and we want to raise awareness. So joining me now, Dr. Phoenix Adams, the Chief Clinical Officer of the Hanley Foundation. Thank you so much, Doctor, for being with us. The holiday season can really kind of amp up some feelings you may already be having and exacerbate that anxiety or that stress or that sadness. Why do you think the holidays do that to so many people?
I think there's so many reasons. First and foremost is probably financial pressure and financial strain, with a lot of expectations for gift giving, gift buying, purchasing, spending. Travel around the holidays can be quite costly and increase anxiety and pressure about that. And then I would say family strains. So sometimes when it's expected that you have a joyous family reunion, unresolved conflicts in family can exacerbate anxiety and stress and bring those feelings and emotions to the forefront.
And you're also so out of routine, I feel like, for about from Thanksgiving through the holidays. I feel like everything's out of routine, which can kind of be stressful too.
Yes.
So what are some tools we can use? Because if we're put in these situations that we're not comfortable with, what do we do to make it at least tolerable?
Right, so I think there's a lot of strategies. First is self-care, so being aware of your own mental health and also expressing your boundaries to other people. Making sure that the events that you choose to participate in are events that will bring you joy and not stress, and being selective and being able to say no, not feeling like you have to participate in absolutely everything, but that self-care piece and being attentive, setting your own realistic expectations for what you can do and what you can't around the holidays is helpful.
Let's talk about some family and friends. Let's say you're at a gathering and maybe you haven't seen some family members for a while and you happen to see a family member that just isn't themselves and you've noticed a change. What can you do to address them? Because that can be really awkward too.
Yeah, I think the important thing is to be able to pull that person aside and maybe have a private conversation. But it's one of those, if you see something, say something kind of situations where you want to question the person and ask them, what is their experience and do they need help, and maybe guide them to some services that can connect them to help.
And what would you tell people about resources? I know the Hanley Center has so many resources, but let's say you're out of town and you're really feeling the stress, or you just don't know what to do, and you're worried about a situation, or you're in a situation. What resources are out there no matter where you are?
Yeah, starting with the Hanley Center, we have a tremendous amount of resources, particularly around substance use disorder and behavioral health, mental health. We actually even now have programs for young children, families that are suffering from the impact of substance use disorder, workshops for younger children, even between the ages of 6 and 12. Sometimes we forget them in that experience, especially around the holidays, that they're impacted. And around the holidays, you often see people's substance use increase, which also can increase that family strain and some of those dynamics. So being able to just connect with people that know resources in the area and can make those referrals is really helpful.
Yeah, you got to take care of yourself, that's for sure. Doctor,
absolutely.
Really good information, and
thank you.
Hopefully we can all implement it, take care of ourselves, prioritize joy, as you said. So thank you so much. We appreciate it. As a reminder, if you or someone you know perhaps is suffering, help is always available 24/7. You can always call 988, and locally 211 is also available, always out there to help you. So please do not hesitate to call. And if you'd like to learn more about the Hanley Foundation and how they can help, such a wonderful resource in our community, you can go to our website, WPBF.com. Doctor, thank you.